To draw the profile curve to model this flexible sleeve geometry, we can start with a CV curve, and then I press the Alt key, keep it pressed, and click on a grid point. And while having the Alt key pressed, I simply continue drawing a very even stair system, and then my curve is nicely and evenly skinned inside. Now I would like this curve actually to snap to this point. So I go to Pick, Nothing, Object, select my curve, and then go to Transform, Move, and then with the Control key clicked, I just move my mouse to a point, and you see that my curve is always snapping to one of those points. Instead of pressing the Control key, you could also click the Snap to Point option up here, and then it is turned on all the time. That is, for example, good if you do not want to have to press a key over a longer period, like drawing kind of like a step-like design like this one. Now, of course, as you can see, the scale is a little bit off. So I can go to Palette and then Non-Proportional Scale. And then with my right mouse button, I can scale it slightly upwards. And then with my middle mouse button, scale it slightly to the left side. Kind of like, roughly like there. You also might have noticed that actually everything scales to this green dot. This one here where my mouse is below. That is called the pivot point. And this point can freely be placed. And if I, for example, would rotate this now, you see that it rotates around this green point. If I set this pivot point to, let's say, maybe there, and go into scale, you see that it scales to that green point. So the pivot point is not really a geometrical object, it is actually just a reference point. And then to finish this, we can go Object, Select Nothing, go to Surface, and then select Revolve, double click it, select Z as the orientation, click my curve. Now, of course, this is now off because, as you can see, this part is way too small. So I have to move the center line, the center axis, a little bit to the right, and I press my Alt key so I can snap it to the grid. And we've snapped to the center line of the grid, or basically the x-axis. Everything is now perfectly lining up.